listening, I think I heard somebody say, we brought you in this world. And we can take you out. You gave me flashbacks from growing up in Florida. You know how it was, and we got out of line a little bit. Father never said that. Mama was the one who said, you said what? I brought you in this world. And I can take you. Y'all know I'm feeling good tonight. I'm in Dade County, and it's a Friday night, and I know y'all could be doing a whole lot of other stuff. We could be doing a whole lot of other stuff, but instead of out doing whatever you want to do or what you might need to do, we are here celebrating Women for Giving. Start here. Leadership is not easy.
Nope.
It's not easy for those who want to do the right thing. That those who want to truly be a leader of people. For those who are willing to step up and step out and speak up, make the tough decision, have the boldness, the courage, the fierceness to lead people during difficult times. And tonight, I came to tell you that we are living in some difficult times. We're living in some strange times.
That's right.
We're living in some unusual times.
Oh, yes.
But believe me, we have seen those times before.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And I cannot remember one challenging issue, one challenging movement in this country where women were not a part of making it better. Even when we did not have the microphone.
Come on now.
Yes.
Now y'all know there were times we did not have the microphone, but women were still moving and advocating and working to hold America to its promise. So tonight,
Yes.
on Women's, as we celebrate women's equality, tonight we also celebrate women. And I've heard all of these names called before, but see, I truly do believe, and we need to start doing this, giving honor to whom honor is due. Let's start out. As I listened to that amazing introduction, I was like, listen to the mayor. I was back there and said, say it, Mayor, you tell him. Mayor, you tell him. Y'all come on, give it up for Mayor Demings. And we have some help that is in the room, and I want to celebrate Representative Felicia Rodney. Going to stop there. What about Commissioner Eileen Higgins? And look, y'all, I love when we're able to celebrate Representatives-elect Ashley Gatt. Stop there. Our candidates.
Yes.
When things are rough and they're trying to tell you, don't do it. It's not the right time.
Whoa.
It's too difficult, right? He's too powerful. Women, you haven't paid your dues. They say, you're not ready. I'm honored to say Representative-elect Ashley Gatt, and then our candidate, Raquel Pacheco. Thank you for stepping every gathering that we have, say a prayer, prayer for our nation and prayer for each other and pray to move this nation forward. And I thank Pastor Tanya Jackson. And then, y'all know that as a police chief, my number one priority was the reduction of violent crime. And by being a police chief with a social worker's heart, we were able to bring the community together, reorganize the department, had a 40% reduction in violent crime. First priority was the reduction of violent crime. Second priority was to get crime guns off of our streets. Thank you so much for the amazing work that is being done for Moms Demand Action. And I thank you so much for the special recognition tonight. I don't take it for granted. Thank you. Let's give them another round. Thank you. And y'all, my sisters are in the house, and I all of you are my sisters, but I'm talking about my Greek sisters. There has been, I don't think, any room that I have been in that the women of Delta Sigma Theta were not in the room. Thank you all. God bless you. I had the honor of sitting at the table with my friend Carmen. And I heard her out here tonight, right?
Yeah.
And I got real nervous in the back. Y'all know how Carmen is.
Yeah.
I heard her. But isn't she amazing? Now I stand as we celebrate women. I stand before you tonight as the daughter of a maid and a janitor. I'm the youngest of 7 children. So believe me, Mayor, I learned how to fight a long time ago. I remember growing up poor, black, and female. I remember being told that I wasn't the right color, I'm not the right gender, don't have enough money, family is not famous, don't have a lot to talk about, but it was my mother, the maid, who taught me to not be defined by the world's negative talk. But to be defined by my ability to work hard and play by the rules. The first in my family to go to college, it was in college that I made the decision to dedicate my life to public service.
Yes.
Y'all know I worked first as a social worker, working with abused, abandoned, and neglected children. Being a police officer is tough. It's dangerous. But you talk about a job that would truly break your heart. Working with abused, abandoned, and neglected children. From there, I joined the Orlando Police Department. I remember people saying, well, you ought to just be happy to be hired.
Oh.
Well, I was. I was happy to be hired, right? And then they said, well, you're not going to be the chief of police. And then my husband was appointed the 34th chief of police, and I was a captain at that time in the agency. And there were people that came and said, see what I mean? Now he's the chief. You can't get promoted and that's right, because of nepotism laws. And I said, Lord, if that's the way it goes, it's all right by me, because you blessed my household, you blessed my husband, and I just kept working.
Yes, let's go.
And then he retired. Chief of police, and then the mayor 35th. I said, I'm all right with that. I just kept working.
Yeah.
And then guess what? He retired. And what I've learned, and what we all should learn, is just be ready. Be ready. When others give up on you, don't give up on yourself. Be ready, and I was ready, right? I was a junior deputy chief at the time, but I was still ready, right? It was horrible, because you never know, right? And then the mayor calls and says, I need to talk to you. And he called me over to his office and appointed me the 36th chief of police. Now let me say this, I'm going to borrow from the words of our vice president, who says, I may be the first.
Oh, let's go.
But if we keep doing what we are supposed to do to celebrate and uplift women, I doggone sure won't be the last.
Let's go.
I won't be the last. I remember when I was recruited to run for Congress, and I said, well, I don't run for Congress. I'm a police chief. I'm a little rough around the edges. I don't know if I should do that. I told my mayor, I said, Mayor, you know me. I kind of mean what I say. And I say what I mean. I'm not sure that would be good. No offense to you, Mayor, but I don't know if that would be good in politics. And I went to Washington, D.C. and met with some people. I talked to my husband, of course, about it. And he said, well, I think you'd be a good member of Congress. I said, well, why are you trying to get rid of me? I got to go move to Washington, D.C. I talked to my 3 sons. I said, you know, can you believe they called your mom and asked her to run for Congress? They said, yes, we think you'd be good. I said, I know why y'all trying to get me. But I went to Washington, D.C. to talk to somebody, and I'm saying this because we have amazing women in the room. I remember it was a man that I met with who said that women generally have to be asked 7 times
Wow. Oh, man. So true.
before we will do something out of the box. Before we will go back to school, before we will start that business, before we will run for office, and then we'll go around and ask, you don't think I should run, do you? You don't think I should go back to school, do you?
Yep.
You don't think I should start that business, do you? Who's going to support me? And this man went on to say, but men just look in the mirror
Oh, let's go.
and say, my God, I'd make a great senator. We are living in some difficult days and some strange days. And there could not be a better time that our state and our nation needs women to lead. You know, I have 3 sons. I prayed to God to send me a girl. And he sent me 3 sons. But y'all know he never forgets. He came back and sent me 4 granddaughters. And we live in the greatest nation in the world. And I really believe that to be true. With all of our complicated issues, with all of our challenges, with all of our obstacles, we live in the greatest nation in the world. I just happen to believe that membership should have its privileges. We do not want to live in an America or Florida where my 4 granddaughters have less rights than I have. That is not the Florida that we're going to accept. I cannot believe that the Supreme Court made the decision to overturn Roe. But let me be clear on this. And as a former police chief, I really hate to keep having to repeat myself. But I'm going to repeat myself. We're not going back.
No.
We're not shutting up.
No.
We're not sitting down.
No.
We are going to fight and fight and fight some more for a woman's right. Too many people, they suffered, bled, died, marched, went to jail for women to enjoy the rights that we have.
Yes.
Or we refuse to go back to a time when we were treated like property.
Oh, let's go.
We refuse to go back to a time where we're treated like second-class citizens.
Let's go.
Are we going back to that time? We're not going back to that time. Now, my opponent, I'm so glad the primary is over, y'all. My opponent, I know y'all don't know what he looks like because he
I've never met him. No.
You gotta show up.
Yep.
Who you are. But my opponent believes that there should be no exception for abortion. Even in cases of rape, incest, and sexual abuse. Now, I worked with victims as a social worker, children who were victims of rape, incest, and sexual abuse as a police detective and a detective sergeant. I worked with victims, children of rape, incest, and sexual assault. I believe anyone who would not fight to protect women and protect our daughters, our girls, don't deserve to hold office.
No.
And we're going to make sure we get money deserved. Let's give them what we deserve. We're not going back.
No.
We're not going back, and we need to support people for all levels of government in all elected office who believe that protecting constitutional rights for all people, including our women and girls, matters. So let's find out. How long will we sit back and watch innocent people being gunned down in innocent places? In first grade, in fourth grade, in high school, in college, in a nightclub, in my district, in Orlando, at a grocery store, in a mall, at a movie theater, in a church, or in a synagogue. How long, America, will we sit back and watch innocent people gunned down in innocent places and don't do a damn thing about it? Now we can do better than that. And let me be clear about this. My opponent has received about $3.3 million from the gun lobby. I got an F. And let me say this, that was the first time in my life I've ever celebrated getting an F. When we think about the potential of our country and what we can be, when we think about forming that more perfect union
Oh, yeah.
That America where every man and every woman, every boy and every girl, regardless of who they are, the color of their skin, their ethnicity, how much money they have in the bank, their sexual orientation, sexual identity, or religion will have an opportunity to succeed. That is the only America that we will accept. That is the America that we will fight for. And that's why, with your help, I will be elected the next the great state.
Yes.